Hey guys, GHAZZY TV here with another Last Epoch video. This is day 4 of the hype week that they're calling it for with some basically they're posting some teaser leading up to the launch of 21st of August for Last Epoch, which I'll be playing and going ham with the rework of the Acolyte and the Lich and the Necromancer. Quality of life in Minion AI is the topic of this. All right, let's dig into it. My hope is better AI control, but also passive control, and I'm hoping they're addressing snapshotting. All right, let's see. Quality of life and Minion AI. Greetings, Traveler. We hope you enjoyed pre-patch hype week so far. Today's focus includes a glimpse at what Beneath GHAZZY will bring in terms of quality of life features and more on August 21st. If you recall our trailer, you may have learned that the team has reworked some existing minions for Necromancer and Beastmaster, but we won't spoil everything here. We will give you a peek at what to expect with some favorite Beastmaster minions, along with a rework and AI improvements. And if you're looking for Necromancer skill, be sure to visit yesterday's post regarding Lich and Necromancer rework. But that one didn't cover minion control or AI. Okay, minion changes. Hope you guys are ready. Who doesn't love minions? Darth Microtransaction doesn't love minions. In Season 3, we'll have some neat minion behavior adjustments. The goal behind these minion changes is to make the minion AI smarter with less management. The more passive management, okay? Like it. Toggle between 2 different minion behavior modes. By default, minions have always been in protect mode, which made them prioritize staying quite near the player. This often caused annoyances when you want the minions to have a longer leash and target enemies instead. So with Season 3, you'll now be able to toggle between the old Protect mode and the new Assassinate mode with the press of a single key. The Assassinate mode will make your minions target enemies from further away, focusing on mosses and rare enemies. The current mode of your minions will be indicated by the icon besides the minion's portrait. What? I've never understood why people need to label things differently. Why not just make it simple? Defensive, offensive mode, or aggressive mode. I don't get what the whole protect, I guess is kind of fine, but why call it assassinate mode? Either way, sorry about my snibbling nose. I've been having a cold again. Managed to stay almost 2 months healthy from my daughter, but back. Anyways, so we have a situation where we actually are able to toggle. Now, is this a toggle for each minion individually, or is it for all of them? Because they said the press of 1 button, so I'm guessing all your minions. At least seemingly. Still, I do like it. One of the bigger problems we've had with at least Necromancer minions, I haven't played Beastmaster minions too much, is that they die. But we saw in yesterday's post that there are some changes, at least in the favor of making them a little bit more sturdy with some of the nodes changes. But even that, we don't know the balance changes in terms of minions defenses in general, or minion enemy changes. So we don't know if that's going to actually make them tankier or more survivable. But we'll see. One issue we've had is big packs of big packs of minions could die in big explosions, and the change node on the threshold jewel we saw where if 1 minion dies, it'll heal your other minions based on 20% of its max HP. That won't help if they all get one shot. So we'll see how the things progress, but at least this is a big change in terms of behavior. I really like this. Okay, so there's an icon for it that I'm guessing you just toggle. Okay, that's good. Minion target prioritization. It also more sticky, meaning that minions now have a higher priority to continue attacking a target they're already attacking and less likely to bounce between targets. That's good. Again, this change is especially prominent in Assassinate mode or if the target is a boss or rare enemy. The purpose of these changes is to allow more variety in your minion playstyle while leaving control in your commanding hands. Okay. I mean, this is a big change. I like this. Are they addressing snapshotting though? The team has resolved the majority of comments. Ooh, the team has resolved the majority of common snapshotting issues. Not all, but the majority. Okay. We'll continue addressing others whenever they appear. Minions should now correctly update their stats whenever nodes or equipment are swapped out, and even if the minions were previously already summoned. Additionally, you now gain 0.8% minion power per character level from 0.6. This means that at level 100, your minions deal 60% more damage and take 60% less damage from 45 of both. That's a massive change. Further, the 50% less damage from dangerous enemy abilities have been increased to be 60% less damage instead. So for reference, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to show you Path of Exile, the Shaper. Here. So what the PoE has done with certain bosses is that this is the database mine information regarding the Shaper, for example. You see these are the baseline stats based on a scaling. So let's put it on 90. So these are the numbers on a level 90, for example. This is where Path of Building gets their information as well. However, some of these abilities, such as the Flicker Slam, you know, where the Shaper, he blinks and then he slams around and deals a big AoE damage, you as a player is supposed to dodge that. It has a high base damage, it has a 400% extra multiplier, can't be evaded. So it's very scary for players to tank this. Now, obviously, you can get tanky enough to do that, but it's supposed to be one of those abilities you as a player are supposed to dodge. Since it's easier and manageable to control yourself to dodge it, but not do that and move your minions out of harm's way, what they've done is add this line to the ability that's making this ability deal half damage on minions. Some abilities have even more. For example, the Bullet Hell is dealing 70% less damage to minions. And I believe one has 90 at some point, but the Bullet Hell here, 70, 70, 70. The Slam is 50. And that's just Shaper. We have the Celestial Beam is actually doing 60% less damage to minions. So what they're doing in Last Epoch is dangerous enemy abilities. I'm assuming they've done something similar, but across the board, taking the same damage numbers. I'm not sure if they're going to ever go into the idea of tweaking, so some abilities will deal even less, or make those changes. But right now, apparently there's a mod saying 50% less damage, and that has been increased to 60% less, which means that minions might not die as much on bigger bosses like the big pinnacle endgame bosses, which is a good thing, because that has been quite frustrating when you're playing a minion build in Last Epoch for that type of content when you get up in higher difficulties. Beastmaster minions, if you take delight in summoning as a Beastmaster, we'll have something here for you. Multiple Beastmaster minions will be getting updates in Season 3. Again, while we won't go over each chain, we'd love to give you a bite-sized preview. Staying in theme with additional Ancient Era content with Beneath the Ancient Skies, the Raptor tree will see a few changes. One of the changes we wanted to highlight today was a Raptor new Volcanic Adaptation node. Raptor becomes a Dragon Raptor. The base physical damage of a Raptor's melee attacks are converted to fire. Consequently, this damage is scaled with increase to fire, but not with increase to fist damage. Your Raptor gains Fire Breath ability, dealing spell fire damage over time with an 8-second cooldown. I hate having minions with a cooldown ability. Same thing in PoE for that matter. Bleed chance from all sources converted to Ignite chance for your Raptor, and all affecting the tree related to Bleed now depend on Ignite instead. Interesting. It's just a generic conversion node that we've seen in the past. Along with these changes, the Scorpion will now have the ability to cast Maelstrom alongside you with this new Frozen Wind node. So cast Maelstrom, when you cast Maelstrom, your Scorpion also casts Maelstrom. And the Maelstrom cast by your Scorpions in this way uses your Scorpion stats, but your Maelstrom's tree. Okay. Maybe it's time for me to actually dive into Beastmaster minions. Beastmaster more options, their companions, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. We have Ground Shaking Might, where the bear can use Earthquake with a 6-second cooldown. When cast this way, Earthquake uses your bear stat or your Earthquake's tree. Earthquake cast by your bear deals less damage. Dude, honestly, the Maelstrom sounds really cool. This is really dope. That might be something to dive into. This node has since been adjusted to 50% bear earthquake damage during balance passes. Okay, so it's been nerfed after this picture was done. Merchant Guild. Another feature we're excited to share in the coming Season 3 includes updates for the Merchants Guild. Now, whenever you filter by one specific unique, a new filter will appear to select min or max roll ranges for any of the modifiers on that unique. Additionally, we've added the ability to set filters from an item for easier price checking who doesn't enjoy easy shopping. We're also adding new tokens to allow purchasing items without paying favor or before you've unlocked the necessary rank to help improve the Merchant Guild's early game experience. This comes in the form of merchants tokens or black market tokens. Okay, like I know this might not be a popular opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyways because like I'm just gonna fill it out. I think the last Epoch is best played with Circle of Fortune. I think that it is. I don't get me wrong. I love trading. Like I craft mirror items in PoE and all that jazz. Like I love trading. It's insane. But last Epoch is the only ARPG where I have felt that I have more fun with Circle of Fortune. Now, when I've played Merchant Guild, I have genuinely enjoyed that the openings for me to be able to trade XYZ type of items being gated behind how I'm progressing the actual Merchant Guild has been a very enjoyable experience. Oh, I leveled up to this part of the Merchant Guild. Great. Now I can trade these things. Now I can utilize that to increase my character's power. And then, oh, what I want to buy that item. But for me to be able to buy the legendary item, I need to reach a certain level for that, and etc., etc., right? To me, that was a fun journey to go through, and it made sense for me to progress and level the Merchant Guild as a result of that. Now, obviously, I don't know to what extent this will be, but basically what I'm reading and my understanding of what they just wrote here seems to me that these things will help bypass the level requirements, which will diminish the enjoyment of you progressing the actual Merchant Guild's ranks. In Circle of Fortune, each rank makes a pretty big difference in terms of your magic finding capabilities, and that is a fun experience to go through. The further you play, the more you progress your guild, the better drops you get, or the more drops you get, and more favor will then allow you to go for more of the celestial, whatever they're called, prophecies. But in the Merchant Guild, these would essentially, my understanding, just help you bypass the levels. So what's the point in leveling the Merchant Guild? Like, it doesn't seem like there's any point to that then. So I don't know how I feel about this, but then again, I am also, again, a Circle of Fortune player and enjoyer, so it doesn't affect me that much. And maybe people who do play Merchant Guild a lot, I like this, and maybe their progression is slower. I also do understand that I'm talking about this from a streamer perspective, and I play the game a stupid amount of hours, and not everyone have the possibility to spend that amount of hours, and maybe leveling the Merchant Guild takes too long, and these things would actually be a favorable thing. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this. But that is my first initial impression of it. Let's see. Merchant tokens bypass the favor cost when purchasing an item, while black market token on top of bypassing the favor cost also allows you to purchase items that would normally require a higher rank and set the rank requirements to equip the item to be 1. You'll get a merchant token at every rank with a faction and 1 black market token once you reach rank 6. They can also be found like normal items when slaying enemies if you're part of the Merchant Guild. Offline cosmetics. Last but certainly not least, with Season 3, cosmetic can now finally be equipped in the offline mode. A long time request that we're finally ready to implement. Now you'll be able to access the cosmetic store in-game during offline play. Are there seriously people playing this game offline with cosmetics? I mean, I get it. You get on the play, you want to play on your Steam Deck or something. Like, I get that. I mean, you want to look good. But I mean, the whole purpose of having cosmetics is to flex on the noobs that are naked, half naked in town. You know, I'm just saying. For those true offline players, the game will require you to play once in either online or offline mode to set up the offline cosmetics. When Season 3 goes live, you'll have to re-equip your cosmetics. This means that if you play on PC and Steam Deck, you'll have to re-equip for that platform. Thank you for the community. Thank you for being the community that helps drive Last Epoch. Be sure to catch up on all our previous pre-patch hype week posts, covering the season new feature, private hunt lich, necromancer changes, yada 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 yada. If you have not done so already, also a reminder to keep an eye out for the patch notes dropping tomorrow. Season 3 will bring about another way to enjoy your favorite minions in Terra. Blah 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 blah. So tomorrow is Friday. So that means tomorrow we're going to play Last Epoch tomorrow on stream, 100%. That's my plan. Tomorrow is Last Epoch day, and Saturday I'm off. And shit, actually, so tomorrow I'll be spending my time playing Last Epoch, but in the evening I'm going to play Dota 2 with Dendy and a couple of other pros for a sponsored stream, and then back to Last Epoch, I guess. And then the Saturday I'm off, and Sunday, we'll see what happens on Sunday. But that's my plan. We are just very excited to play Last Epoch. The launch is on 21st of August. And I don't have anything else. I'm just stalling this video. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe. Keep rocking.